A learner in Eldorado Park was stabbed during an unannounced oversight visit by the Gauteng Community Safety Committee. There's no irony there, together with the Education Committee. It's alleged and it's understood that an illegal intruder stabbed the learner at the school, then fled the scene after the incident. Thankfully, the learner was rushed off to a nearby healthcare facility where he was stabilized. The visit was part of the committee's Focus Intervention Study. There's an acronym for this now. It's the FIS, on assessing the effectiveness of school safety interventions in fighting violence and crime in schools. So this was not exactly according to plan. I'm joined by the chairperson of the committee, Mr. Bandile Masuku. Bandile, good to have you on eNCA and appreciate the time. The irony of this attack not lost on anybody. Just help me understand, did this stabbing actually take place while the committee was on site? Is my understanding correct?
Yes, your understanding is correct, but maybe just to indicate that the incident happened on Tuesday, on the 15th, and not actually yesterday as per se, but it happened when we were there, when we were meeting with the senior management team of the school and the principal, whilst they were giving us their outlook on the aspects that we were coming in for, looking at the issue of safety.
Well, I don't imagine this was a very good example then, Bandile, of the kind of safety that you're trying to implement in schools. We'll talk about what the interventions are going to be, but what was the reaction as the incident took place? And thanks for the correction, Tuesday, not yesterday. My apologies. What was the reaction as it took place?
The committee members immediately moved out to try and to do first aid. We abandoned the meeting, and I should commend the members of the committee who actually led that effort to stabilize the learner. And after he was stabilized, then he was taken to a local facility. But we were just in a process of engaging with the principal and the staff, and they were indicating some of the difficulties that they are facing as a school.
Yeah, and I'm sure this now forms part of, as a very real example, a visceral example of this FIS, Bandile, this Focus Intervention Study. What are you hoping to now try and achieve with this, considering what you experienced firsthand? You can see how urgent the safety requirements are. What is this hoping to actually achieve?
We might be very belated because when we started the FIS study, it was one of the situations where we saw that there was an increasing number of such incidences happening in our schools, and particularly to our girl, learners. And it's something that we wanted to see how effective, these regulations that we have put in place in terms of school safety, and also see how we can improve on some of the aspects. We have engaged with different experts from across the world in dealing with the matter, and safe to say is that we are going to have on the 31st of August, we are going to have a stakeholder engagement meeting with our stakeholders to present the preliminary findings before we present them to the sittings, and they will actually engage with it and propose more solutions. But one of them, it will be a set day when we see our schools look like prisons in terms of security upgrades. But we might not be excused from that. We might have to put some of those measures in place.
Yeah, it's a sad reality. It shouldn't have to be school looking like a prison, but it looks like it might be one of those interventions. Okay, so 31st August, those preliminary findings will be published and discussed. And I just want to as I say goodbye to you, Bandile, then let's circle back while we wait for the prelim findings on this. The school that the committee was at in Eldorado Park, what was the issue there? Because as a committee, I'm sure you had some opinions about safety at this particular school. What did you tell the principal? What did you tell everyone else? I see your little one walking in. Morning. That's okay. Dad's busy. He'll come back to you, little one. Is that a Spider-Man outfit? No, it's not.
The school was actually the school was one.
That's okay, Bandile. You can leave him. It's fine. You can leave him. Don't try and push him. It's fine. You can stand there. It's not a problem. Go ahead.
The school was actually one of the schools that we had identified. We visited Orange Farm schools, the school in Gauteng, and we also, going to Soshanguve. And these are the schools that we have seen before that they are in the hotspot targets, and we needed to make sure that we focus on those schools that are in the hotspots, particularly those who are in gang-related areas, and also where there's a lot of crime.
All right, then, Bandile, I'm going to leave it there. 31st of August, the prelim findings, but what a moment for you and the committee to have to go through. You're at a school talking about safety in Eldorado Park, and a pupil is stabbed. Thankfully, was able to survive the incident. Bandile Masuku, thank you very much indeed for your time. As you can see, someone's clearly a Lion King fan in the Masuku household. It's okay. These things happen on Zoom. Even those who are on very important committee members and committees have kids at home who want their attention as well.